and welcome back to another episode of
Tube
Talk. Yeah,
The school holiday edition, Sophie.
school holiday edition indeed. There might be another school holiday edition next week.
Yes, there will be. This is the first week.
There you go. Two-parter.
Tapata.
Anyway, let's crack into last week.
Big week, good week.
Big week and good week. Got some good horses to talk about. We've got Elusive Boxers, who won by 8 1/4 lengths. Talk about that, then we've got a special shout out.
Awesome. So we thought she would run well, dropping back in grade and blinkers on and distance, but she just absolutely destroyed them. 8 1/4 lengths, just got further and further in front. It was a dominant win. It was an exciting one. And she paid $9, $9.80, $9.40. It was fantastic. Really good. And a special shout out to Kerry Nuttall, one of the owners.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
He's one of the owners, and he's a lovely guy. Really nice people, and I'm wrapped for them.
Nice one.
Wrapped for them. So yeah, so she can certainly go on with it. She's going to run later next week, next Thursday, the 26th at Wingatui.
Cool. And last week we also had Passing Shot, who came third in the listed NZB Finance Sprint at Hastings.
Yeah, so he was defending his title he won at the previous year, and he went really close to winning on a slow track that was not really to his liking. He got taken on in front, and if he hadn't been taken on, he would have won. He only got run down the last couple of strides. It was a really good run from him. So another stakes placing for him, and he will now has extended his campaign. He's going to run on the 29th, next Saturday. He'll run at Te Rapa in a 1,200 metre, $40,000 race. So it's great to see him starting to find some form again.
Mm-hmm. And we had No Return, who came second on Wednesday in Sydney.
Yeah, and he bounced back to form. He just got held up before the turn, couldn't get out, and it's a short straight at Wyong. It was a city race, $40,000 race. And when he got out, he just couldn't quite close the gap, but he runs very consistently. His previous start was on a wet track, which didn't suit him. As soon as he gets a good surface, he's very, very competitive. And he's a kind of horse, if we can get him he keeps running places. If we get him to win one, I think he's just going to go bang, bang and win 2 or 3. So we've just got to work on that a little bit with him.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot.
It's very tiring having holidays and sleeping in and stuff, isn't it?
It's been a tough time. We also had Prince Mambo at Tauranga last Saturday, who ran 4th.
Yeah, and it was a nice run. The track just tripped him up. He led, and Craig Ross rode him and said he travelled beautifully. His breathing was good, and he said when he went for him, he said the track was so wet he just couldn't sprint it up. So it was an honest run, but it shows that he's there or thereabouts. He's ready to win again. And he will race possibly next Tuesday at Avondale, but possibly next Saturday at Hawke's Bay, one of those 2 meetings.
Mm-hmm. And we've got 3 horses to talk about this week.
We have, and actually I'm going to throw in another one or 2 that you don't know about next Tuesday, even though the fields aren't out. But we'll do that at the end.
Okay. We'll start off in Auckland, race 10. We have got Demelza.
Yeah, so Demelza last start, we thought she'd run very well, and she was slow away, probably wasn't the most assertive of rides, and she got back and just never really had an opportunity to run on. I think she's a really good each way bet. It's going to be a slow track at Ellerslie that'll suit her. Last race, she's drawn out barrier 11, suits her more because she likes open spaces. She's one right-handed. I think the mile's good. I think she'll pay double figure odds, and I think she's a really good each way bet. Danielle Johnson rides.
Mm-hmm. And then we move on to Canterbury, race 9, we've got Zanotti.
So Zanotti's fresh up, this is her last campaign, she's stakes placed already, and she'll go to be a mum at the end of this campaign, probably sold as a broodmare. So she's fresh up over 1,400 metres, track will be slow, she's drawn out wide, we'll probably just ride her quietly, let her get home, no big expectations, we're not expecting to see her hit form until she gets over more ground, with a couple of runs under her belt. So as long as she just goes a nice race and hits the line well, we'll be happy.
Mm-hmm. And finally, on Sunday, not finally because you're going to mention a couple more, but on Sunday in Singapore, race 4, we've got Holy Grail.
So Holy Grail is running over 1,700 metres on the poly track. His form most of his racing to date has been the turf, which we think he prefers. But the 1700 metres really suits him on Sunday. Vlad Jurik's on board. We like that. Vlad's a very good rider. Unfortunately, he's drawn barrier 10 of 10 on the poly, so we're probably going to have to ride him quietly and just let him get back and then sneak into the race. But we think the 1700 metres will suit. And I think as long as he can warm into the race and get the gaps when he wants them, I think he's a realistic winning chance. Probably at good odds too on Sunday night. I don't mind him at all. Mm-hmm. So quite exciting for him, quite exciting for two of our runners, I think, who are a little bit under the guard this weekend.
And now do you want to talk about the horse that I don't know about?
Well, so the problem is the races are next Tuesday, but at Avondale, but the fields aren't out till Saturday, so it's really hard to talk about them. So, but quickly we'll have Bet Shears racing in a 2-year-old 1200 metres. As long as the weather's good and the tracks continue to improve and she draws well, I think she's a really nice outside chance. She'll be forgotten. Her first run was actually very good over 800 metres, was too short. And on a track that was a slow 7 was too wet for her. She needs a good to dead track. But she's quite a nice filly in the making, and I think she can run well as long as the track is good. We don't have any of the details of the race yet. Good to dead, sorry. The other horse that we talked about is maybe Prince Mambo. He may run there as well. He'll either run there, and if he does, or Hastings, he'll run at one of the two. And I think he'll be a good chance at either meeting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there you go. So that's the two. We've got runners next Thursday, but I think we'll do that in next week's report because we can't really talk about them. Yeah.
Okay. Now, on to Bit of the Week. Last week, our Bit of the Week was Victorious.
I think it opened about 2.30, ended up coming to $1.90, but still won. So we've got a Bit of the Week this week, which we'll talk about. I think from next week on, we might have to start looking for longer odds horses, paying sort of double figures, see if we can sneak a couple of them in. But anyway, let's talk about our bet this week.
This week, our Bet of the Week is, drumroll please, it's Heavy Dream, who is running in Auckland Race 8.
Yeah, now, Heavy Dream has an excellent form line. I think it's something like 1-2-1-1. So people will be like, well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? But he's in the Group 2 Valachi Downs Championship Stakes. There's actually a lot of form in the race. There's Charles Rowe, who ran the Derby, and he won last start, won the Manawatu Classic last start. There's Camino Rocoso, who's a horse that's got good form lines, also ran the Derby and has a big reputation. There's coming through to win his last 2 in a row. So there's a lot of form, but I think Heavy Dream is actually a very, very good horse on the rise, and I think he'll be off to Australia after this, to Brisbane. And I think he's 3.30 fixed odds. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually paid a little bit more on the day. Got out to close to $4. And I think he is a superb chance. He's an Ellerslie specialist. I think the 2,000 metres will be no problem. And I like him a lot. Nice. And here's our Bet of the week.
I always laugh when I see it because I always write it BOTW, so I go bottle.
It's our bottle.
Yeah, basically. Anyway.
Right. So, sorry, Sophie.
Holiday Part 1 to talk completed.
And we shall see everybody next week.
See ya.
Bye.